Hey guys, good morning. Here's my update. So this is the morning after Kami went lost. Kami is the cat, the 16-year-old cat that we have. And I had brought her out sometimes in the garden under constant supervision, so I can keep an eye on her because I wanted to improve her quality of life. So we started. I started taking her out with the leash hundreds of times, and then without the leash, and it worked always. But yesterday, I don't know what happened. She just jumped into the bushes and was gone. So I was searching like half the night, and I found her. And it was extremely difficult. I had to go out with the flashlight. There was zero visibility. I had to go through, let me show you what we have here. This is the kind of brushland that we have here with robinia trees that are super spiny and everywhere with blackberries. The blackberries were really tough to get through, and I just made my way because I wanted to make sure that she's not stuck somewhere in the brushes and expires. Kami was never out. She doesn't even like a street. I'm not sure if she knows how dangerous a street is or that there are dangerous animals outside here. Just in the background you can hear the buzzard screaming, or I just heard one, and we have foxes and all kinds of weasels. So I'm not sure if she knew how much danger there is. And I constantly walked back and forth between the house. I put everything out, like her bed, like the cat toilet and food. And I sat in front of the house like half the night, and every hour I went to look for her. I wanted to do it interchangeably. So I went with my flashlight and into the brushes and into the forest. And I was deep in the forest for as long as I could walk within an hour. And then I went home again. It was around 11 p.m. and I just wanted to see if she came home. And then I heard a shot, or I wasn't sure if it was a shot or maybe a car backfire, but I wanted to check it out. So I went out again with the flashlight, and it was really tough. It was really difficult. I constantly fell with my bad muscles from the Lyme disease. At one point I fell into a ravine. I fell onto a tree, and I think I broke my hand. But eventually I found her. I wasn't willing to go home, and I'm proud of myself for not giving up or for not doing it the easy way, I have sometimes, when you see something on television, when they are doing a search party, you always think you will do the right thing, I always said to myself, if this ever happens to me, I would be out all night, if necessary, all day and night. And I'm just proud that I actually did it, because at some point I felt like maybe I should just go to bed and wait for her to come home, which, I was constantly going back and forth to make sure, because sometimes they aren't far away. And knowing that, I always went back and called her. I didn't want to draw her away from the house, so I went within the distance where I felt she might have walked. And I found her stuck inside a maze of blackberry bushes and all kinds of brushes. And I'm glad that I did, because I'm not sure if she would have made it, if she would have found home. I don't think so. I'm not sure, but it was my responsibility. It was my fault that it happened. I had sat here where I sit now, and she was 10 meters beside me, within visible distance, I always had the visual on her. But I don't know. Suddenly she was in the bushes and gone. and I had spent like 2 hours just checking every bush here before I started branching out, going further away. Yeah, there's a buzzard right there. Yeah, I was worried about those two because they have been very active yesterday. But of course during the night they aren't that big of a problem probably. But yeah, I'm proud of myself for not having given up. I just felt like I have to do this because otherwise I would not forgive myself for letting it happen. And you know, she's not a cat that walks around freely, that roams freely, because I could not live like that. Where we live here, you just wouldn't survive long like a cat. We have so many dangers that are just too much in combination. So I'm just glad that I found her, and for the future, I just took her on a leash, and we walked like through the garden back and forth. But after 10 minutes, she was so angry that she's on the leash that she wanted to go inside, and I said, "Okay, that's okay." And that's the only way we go out in the future, because I cannot experience what I went through yesterday again. I had just tried to like take a little bit more time for myself. I cooked something nice. I wanted to have a nice day, and it turned into a total horror. So I'm done with letting her walk free, like in the garden. Even that is too much. I would take her on the leash and we will walk around and all. I'll make sure she still has great quality of life, but I cannot risk losing her again, because this was a close call. This was very close. I didn't think we would find her, and I will not let it happen again. And I want to thank everyone who commented, who shared. I had a lot of I wrote both in my own like language and in English to the people who were worried about her internationally, or the locals who might have seen her. And I want to thank everyone who commented, who had some kinds of suggestions about the like shaking the treats and all, shaking the bag of treats, or putting out the cat toilet and all. I greatly appreciate it. So I just couldn't get back yet to many people because I'm so messed up. I felt so bad. My hands. This is the hand where I feel like something's off. I fell on it. I fell on a tree 2 meters down and hit the hand. But yeah, we'll see how it goes when it gets better. There's spines everywhere. I just walked through the brushes. I didn't even try to put them away. I just walked through, and yeah, was pretty rough. But it had a good end, luckily, and I'm just thankful. I mean, you never know how much time we have left with her. She's 16, so every day counts. Every month, I want to make sure she has a great quality of life and all. So I will try to improve it more inside, so she has a good time inside and outside. We will go out, but not like we used to. It's just too risky. My wife, I've been in contact with my wife too, and yeah, we've talked about it, and I don't know. It was one of those decisions that I made, and at the time Kami wasn't doing well, so I felt like it's worth a try, because it felt like she might not have a lot of time if things don't change. And bringing her out in summer has greatly improved her health, and I want to continue on that path, but just not letting her walk free. So okay, thank you all. I appreciate it. I'm so tired. I will go to sleep again soon. But for now, our little family is together, and I'm just thankful for it. Okay, thank you.